Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be your full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, which is taking place on June 5th. And this is going to take us to July 5th when we have the full moon in Capricorn. Lunar eclipses are about polarity and relationships, and this one is asking us to look closely at our wants, our needs, and where we might be lacking in our lives. This particularly concerns the logical versus the intuitive, details versus higher truths. Ideally, a balance should be struck between the two. The Sagittarius energy of the full moon highlights communication, attitude, and our sense of adventure. So something's been building inside of us, and now it's time to let it out. So this brings me to my last message. If you guys are looking to do any healing work, I'm going to encourage you to check out my friend Maria Paz Healing. She's a Reiki master and powerful healer, and I've linked her website down below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and call in angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to deliver the messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for Scorpio from June 5th through July 5th. Messages for Scorpio from June 5th through July 5th. Oh, that wants to come out. The Eight of Cups. Messages for Scorpio from June 5th through July 5th. Scorpio, you might want to check out that Cancer reading. I'm just getting a lot of images from that Cancer reading and that Eight of Cups. Releasing karmic contracts or things that no longer serve you. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Devil energy comes out. Wow, and this is these, yeah, you guys, some of you might be involved with the Cancer, but Cancer got the Four of Wands card right there. Releasing karmic contracts or, you know, contracts with work or verbal, nonverbal, written agreements that you need to get out of. Okay, and you get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so your overall energy here is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. In particular, it is Jupiter and Pisces. And this is all about, you know, in this card, this is the after tarot. So it takes the regular Rider-Waite images that we're accustomed to and shows what would happen, you know, a few seconds or a few minutes afterwards. So this card is interesting because, you know, there's somebody coming in. He's really getting what he wants. He has an abundance, but there is, you know, with this person, it's like he has a servant. So this is someone who's very financially well off. But he's dropping crumbs on the floor and sort of being a little bit greedy about it. So I feel like in the reverse, you guys, some of you are dealing with excess. The Devil card represents, you know, excess, things that we have unhealthy attachments to. It could be, you know, it's sex, drugs, rock and roll, alcohol. It could be, you know, just behavior patterns or thought processes that we indulge in that aren't really that healthy for us, okay? So there's interesting energy here, my dear Scorpios. So it doesn't have to be your energy. Remember, you can, you know, you can flip the energies if you're consulting this reading about another person or a relationship. It can also be energy that's around you or that you're observing at this time. Now, you guys are showing up as the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups is Sun and Scorpio, right? So this is your card. So something has turned you upside down. The Six of Cups is about pleasure. It's about bliss. It's about nostalgia. Some of you might be too attached to somebody from either a past life, so soulmate relationship, and this person might have these unhealthy habits that are affecting you negatively. Look at that, underneath there you get the Ten of Swords in reverse, releasing the poison. I really do, and you get your own card. Scorpio coming out in the reverse. You guys are turned upside down. You need a new start. Some of you need to really check out that Cancer reading, Okay, I just keep getting that message over and over again. It will be linked to the end of this reading, so check it out. But the Six of Cups in reverse is sort of like this unhealthy attachment to the past. Some of you might be viewing this person or this situation through rose-colored glasses, because you have some sort of loyalty to it, or you resonated with this person or this situation or this job or whatever it might have been previously, but you don't any longer, or it's no longer healthy for you. Now, how do you project yourself to the world, or what's the truth of your relationships? This is nice because this is somebody who's very collaborative. You may be helping someone. You may be, I know you're really extremely empathic, but you may be helping somebody who's struggling with addiction, either a partner, a family member, somebody you consider a soulmate, or somebody from your childhood, like a childhood buddy or friend. And so you're seen as being very collaborative. You may have offered, financial assistance, optimism. You may have, even spiritual guidance, but you're seeing as being somebody who really, really collaborates. The Three of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. More explicitly, it's Mars in Capricorn. Okay, so the next card out is what is blocking your desires and your goals. This is a Sagittarius energy. The Temperance card, what's blocking you is a lack of temperance, right? And temperance is like not eating or drinking too much. It's about taking the middle ground. So somebody here, I'm picking up on some of my Scorpios, you are struggling, or you're with someone, or you're watching somebody struggle with addiction, because temperance in reverse is this need to rein this behavior pattern in. It does not necessarily have to be drugs and alcohol, though. It can be anything that somebody's doing that they have an unhealthy attachment to, they're too dependent on. It could be a relationship, okay? It could be a relationship that's run its course, a karmic relationship that you're really holding on tight, or somebody's really holding on tight to you because you or they are your security blanket. The Temperance card is a reminder that you have your angels and your spirit guides to call on. You just need to set your intentions and speak them out loud so they can take them up to, the sky so your prayers can be answered. All right, this is spiritual guidance, and this is health. There's a need for healing. This situation needs to be healed. Okay, and it's going to mean different things for different people. Now, what you need to do to overcome those obstacles, well, look at that. We've got the Devil energy. For some of you, this is a relationship that has become toxic. All right, and look, just take a look. Yep. They're enjoying themselves, but they have such a singular focus that other things are starting to fall away. And this can happen too, as a warning for those of you on a very intense spiritual journey. Spirit never asks you to abandon the everyday, the 3D completely. So, it's very important too that you check in. Remember, yes, you are a divine sovereign being having a human experience, but that doesn't mean that you can completely abandon the everyday details. So do check and see where that might be happening in your life, or if you're seeing that happen in somebody else's life, or somebody who's energetically attached to you. This is the need to take a good hard look in the mirror. This is to see where things are no longer working or things have become unhealthy, and to do that work. Nobody's better at doing that work than my dear Scorpios. This is Capricorn energy, so you might have that in your chart, or you might be dealing with somebody with those energies in their chart or exhibiting those qualities. What you can do within in order to help achieve your desires. This is pulling back. The Two of Swords. This is Moon and Libra. And this is all about, this person, she's hearing both sides of the argument, but she's trying to be really objective. She has a blindfold on because she knows that she can't quite make a decision yet. Both of these swords are perfectly good directions. Some of you might be choosing between two people. You might be choosing between work and love, or you might be choosing between, or striking that balance between, work and not work. Because again, this addiction and the Three of Pentacles really could be, maybe pouring your all into work or study, which can be beautiful things unless they're really negatively affecting your everyday, right? Or your spiritual journey. I've been guilty of that myself. So, it's important to just make sure that, everything is about the scales and about being balanced. Okay. Everything in moderation, and something is out of moderation. Okay, so the two of swords energy, look, we have a new moon showing up there. So again, setting your intentions with the new moon, and then really, you know, full moons as well, we can set intentions, but they're a really beautiful time for us to also release. And with this lunar eclipse, there's something that's been building up inside of us, and it is now time to release. Okay, so interesting energy coming out. What can you learn from the outside world or from others? This is the Four of Wands is next to the Sun card. It's the minor arcana version of the Sun, of the happiest card in the deck. So even when it's in the reverse, it's not that unhappy. But my Four of Wands card is my 1111 card. It's a soulmate card. So for some of you, you know, you might be coming to, and I got this message as soon as I pulled this, and the Cancer message as well, the need to bring a karmic contract to an end, to for once and for all, to heal it and to clear it. Okay, so really doing that shadow work, looking to see what is it you have an unhealthy attachment to. Okay, what needs healing? Okay, what needs moderation? All right, so the Four of Wands card could be that you're in an unhappy or toxic relationship. It could be a job. Remember, this contract can be verbal or written. It could be a contract that you're in with yourself. You know, sometimes we say, you know, I'm never gonna get married, or I'm never gonna date again. You know, this was such a horrible experience. You know, and that's just a sort of a funny example, but you know, we've all been there. And this is just a reminder here for us Scorpios that, you know, with these endings, and I have to say, some of you are in twin flame unions. And remember, not all twin flames are life partners. Not all soulmates are life partners. And deciding to go your separate ways doesn't mean that you don't and you won't be happy and find love again, or this passion, or whatever this is. Leaving this job doesn't mean you'll never find a job where you make as much money, or it brings you the stability or all the perks that you got. Okay, so this can be applied to so many different situations, Scorpio. Now, your final outcome, we get the Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles is that watery part of Earth, and it's really this time period between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So what's interesting is we do have Capricorn and we have Sag energy, so check and see if you have those energies in your chart. The Queen of Pentacles, she is the ultimate Earth Mother. She is a giver. She will take in any broken bird. She will offer shelter, food, water to any passerby that needs it. She's a nurturer. She's earthy and grounded. She's not afraid to roll up her sleeves. I love this about this queen, and work in the field or in the orchard, you know, whatever. She's going to do what she needs to do to create her abundance, to attract her abundance, you know, even if that means, you know, mixing up cement to build the foundation for her house, for her family, whatever it might be. Okay, so you get my drift. This is the importance of you guys, Scorpios, really needing to ground yourself. I've talked about in a few videos earthing, and that's the practice of really sinking your feet into raw earth, whether that's dirt, whether that's grass, whether that's moss. Obviously, don't do it if there's snow or if it's too cold for you, but that is going to align you, and that's going to really bring you the clarity that you need. It's going to really, really help. There's also a need for you to be extremely grounded in making this decision. So if you feel like you're up in the cosmos, okay, really the importance of grounding. If you work with crystals, and I'm picking up on that some of you do, you know, stones like hematite, you know, the earthy colored stones, smoky quartz can really help you to ground yourselves as well. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's uncomfortable in her home, okay, or in the environment that she's created for herself. And for some of you, this is going to be work, okay, because I'm really keep going back to this Three of Pentacles. You know, this is a church, so it could also be your spiritual beliefs. You know, our beliefs change and evolve just as much as we do. So you could be part of a group where people, you're feeling like you're feeling shut in, or that, you know, there might be too many rules. There might be too many, well, you can't do this, or you can't believe in this, or, you know, what have you, and you're feeling suffocated by it. And that could be, you know, her discomfort as well. Okay, so Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and pull energy oracle cards for additional messages for you guys from June 5th through July 5th. Additional messages for my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any placement you might have from June 5th through July 5th. You get strategy. Yeah, 21 breaking down to a 3. So you have number 33. Some of you guys might be teachers. Okay, because 33 is the master teacher number. It's also a reminder that life has so many lessons for us. So to really take the good and the bad, transmute that energy. Spiritual alchemy is self-transformation, learning from your mistakes and your successes. Okay, this is the need. I see this feather here. This feather here as I was going to look for mine. Hold on. I feel like this feather needs to come out here for us. There we go. A little bit of bird spirit, a little bit of baby spirit. The strategy here is also seeing the big picture, right? Like birds see the big picture. They don't get too caught up in the details. And this whole Gemini Sagittarius axis shift is all about that, right? Because Gemini is all about details and small movements, and Sag is about seeing the big picture, right? So it's like details versus higher truths. So the need for you to also see the higher truth in this situation. Using your analytical mind, okay, weigh the options, see which way you want to go. All right, and then you get 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Beautiful. So Gabriel is my Archangel of the West, if I'm not mistaken. Archangel Gabriel is the, he's the announcer. He's the one who in the Bible announced to Mary that she would be giving birth to baby Jesus. He also is who dictated the Quran to Muhammad. So he's very powerful in the Judeo-Christian tradition, more so in the Christian Muslim tradition. But Gabriel is here representing the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. So the need, Scorpio, to speak your truth. Okay, the need to be authentic. Okay, and some things, it might be just coming to a realization. It might be speaking the truth to yourself that you no longer can, you're no longer willing to be a part of this situation or an unbalanced relationship. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, it can be a work situation where you're not receiving compensation. Okay, so that time, energy, love, and resources has to be met, with equal fervor. All right, and I feel like I need to say it in Spanish, like, ya no aguantas más. For any of my Spanish speakers out there. Hay que hablar claro y ya no aguantas más. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for Scorpio. We get envy. Yeah, so this is just low vibe energy that you are going to come in contact, especially as you are moving away. For some of you, I feel like it could be that you either have a partner or a friend or a family member. You guys might engage in some of this sort of low vibe behavior or energy together, whether that's gossiping, whether that's, pigging out on the weekends, like just eating like really bad food and watching movies, or whether it's drugs and alcohol. A lot of times, our social lives are really contingent on, meeting up at the pub or going out to the bars or whatever. And so, I think as you're making this move, as you're moving away from these people or this person or this situation, okay, maybe it's even gossiping at work and you're like, you know what, I just don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't make me feel good. It's anchoring me in this negative space. People are going to, they're going to react, and that's going to be out of envy because they don't have that Scorpio strength to do what you're doing, okay? All right, and then we get contract. Look at that. This is coming out twice. So for some of you guys, this is a work contract. Again, we have this blindfolded person. This is interesting. Take a look here. So this is Moon in Libra. 6 is the card of Venus. Okay, Venus energy is Libran or Taurus energy, but in this case it's Libran. More like Themis, the Justice card. But this is a contract. So for some of you, this is moving out of a karmic contract. You guys need to watch the Cancer video because it was really similar. Some of you might be involved with the Cancer. But this is about, this blind justice. This is also about the need to be objective. And as a fellow water sign, and also with Scorpio in my chart, that can be hard for us because if somebody hurts us, Scorpios, you do not want a Scorpio to come after you, because Scorpios shoot to kill. That stinger is no joke, right? And so if you push a Scorpio to that point, you know, things can get really nasty. But I'm seeing here there's a need to sort of see things, to see both sides of the story. But there's a need, I'm getting, you need to end this contract, whatever it is. If it's verbal or written, it doesn't matter. There's something here, it's sort of run its course. It's no longer healthy. Okay, Scorps. And you guys, if you're not sure what it is, you know, the Devil card here is Spirit asking you to do the work. Take a look in the mirror. See where, you know, things have become unhealthy for you. And if you guys are interested, again, I have linked, you know, there's no coincidence that I've linked Maria Paz Healing down below. You know, doing energy work. If you're having a hard time sort of healing and clearing something, you know, then it may be time to consult somebody. Okay. You guys get the Scarab Beetle. Magic works through you. Again, I just got, that's interesting. This 52 breaks down to a 7. This is that spiritual work, but I'm getting more than anything, this is energy work. You guys, this is magic works through you. Remember that we all have the ability, you know, through the soul star, through the crown chakra, to be divine channels for healing, for love, and for light. Okay, so this is the magic works through you. This is you. You have the power to heal, Scorpio. All right, and then you get Chameleon Spirit, act as if. So interesting, act as if. This is sort of my, I think her name is Amy Cuddy. She has an amazing TED Talk. And before I go on further, I just want you to see Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Some of you might be singers, or you might sing in the shower is what I'm getting. Or when you're really happy, you sing a lot. And some of you might not have been singing recently, but I feel like that's going to change. But there's an amazing TED Talk. I believe her name is Amy Cuddy, and she is all about power poses and fake it till you make it, and how you can actually physically, like physical movements can affect our emotions. So, you know, power poses, you know, before an interview, or if you need to find courage, you know, standing with your, you know, legs spread apart, your, you know, your hands on your waist and your chest out, you know, that Wonder Woman pose is really actually sends a signal to your brain that's going to make you feel better. So that's something really good to do before an interview or before a very important conversation, because I see that, you know, you guys are going to have to boss up here. You're going to have to say something that I think you're avoiding, that you've been avoiding, maybe, you know, I'm not going to maybe it. You've been avoiding saying it. Okay, some sort of truth that needs to be spoken. And maybe it's just telling somebody too that you recognize that they have a problem and they need help. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to, you don't have to internalize all of this information, Scorpio. Okay. Whoops, that's the card that wanted to come out. You guys get Abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Yeah, this is, you know, Scorpio, the decision here is yours. The decision is yours. Do you want, are you opening the door to receive what is your birthright, this abundance? And remember, abundance means so many different things to so many different people, okay? Or, you know, continuing to do things that dim your light, or be a part of a situation that doesn't resonate with you, is going to be shutting the door to that flow. Okay, so Scorpios, I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.